Hey everybody with the Tri-State Sports guys. I'm Mo, this is Mike, Tony D. He always scares me.
He's really behind the glass.
Mike T behind the ones and twos, top of Cape Ready Studio here in Norwalk. It's an honor. Coach Island is becoming a mainstay here.
He really is.
As long as he wins games.
We had two big interviews tonight. We interviewed Nick Mason from Pink Floyd and Sean Ireland from Norwalk High, and I think they're probably about even.
Yeah.
Popularity-wise.
Yeah, I don't really have much to ask Coach Island. I'm glad that he brought somebody with him. We're here with Gil Arujo. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Gil.
Close enough.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
You're like almost a juggernaut at this point. You guys are playing well. You're playing the teams you're supposed to beat. You came back from a tough New Canaan loss. What was the mood like after that loss in terms of the focus and what Coach Island told you in order to get focused?
We were all pretty upset because we knew we have the potential to beat any team in the FSAC that we play. So we play as we can win any game we're in. But coming off that loss, it was a 2-touchdown loss. We played a hard-fought game, but we just couldn't finish. And so in the locker room, everyone was upset. Some people were crying. But we just knew that we had to come out and come out fighting, come to practice, work hard, and make sure that this stumble doesn't turn into just a complete loss of a season. So we knew coming in we had to play Richfield, another tough team, and we were able to take care of business.
Yeah, that win against Richfield was a huge win. I've been following. I played at Norwalk. I've been following Norwalk. We've had good starts before in Norwalk, and you lose a big game like New Canaan, and it's kind of easy to fall into same old Norwalk, and then you come back and you beat up on Richfield. That's fantastic. Then you go into this week, looking at Saturday, the forecast was kind of iffy, and then it starts snowing. How badly did you want to play in that snow, man? It's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You must have been so pissed when they canceled that game.
Yeah, I've been playing football for like 10 years now, since Pop Warner and stuff, and I've never been in a snow game like that.
Yeah, you don't get it, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone was like psyched. I was wearing Under Armour. I was a little cold, not gonna lie, but I really wanted to play, and everyone was really excited. And we actually sent out our specialists first, and then they the kickers, the snappers, quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And so they're out there playing in the snow basically, snapping the ball around, and then they come running down, and we're like, "Is it time to go up there?" Like, no, the game's canceled. And everyone just was like, "Yeah, come on!" And especially since we were prepared, we had all our meetings. And we're all fired up, ready to go to play Harding, and then it's just all of a sudden.
Then you have 2 full days off. Now, Coach, what did you say to your team? They're obviously fired up to play anyway, let alone now they're playing in this game in the snow. It must have been tough to have to break the news to their team they're not playing, and then they have to wait, 2 full days to play. How did you get your team remotivated on a Monday?
With this group, it really wasn't that tough. Like I said, they're focused all the time. Most of the time, they're focused. It was hard for me to break the news to them because, again, that's a game you would remember till you're 90 years old. You remember, hey, remember that time we played Harding in the 6 inches of snow? You talk about that
in
game
October,
forever, right? So the kids, they were down a little bit, but I just told them on that Saturday, I said, listen, don't let this phase us. We got bigger things ahead of us. Just be prepared, and
And then so you had to take that Sunday off, right? So they literally, you didn't see him again until that Monday, or how did it work?
Right, we didn't see him till Monday. I just gave him Monday off anyway. I just gave him Monday off. We came in. We gave him Sunday off. We came in on Monday. We re-showed him film again just to get their focus back.
Yeah,
so we
right.
showed him the Harding film again, and during the film session, you can hear a pin drop. And this group is. Most of the time, they're very, very focused.
Yeah, I think a telling point from the article in the Norwalk Hour, it might have been the Daily Norwalk, where they were interviewing you, and you said, you'd be able to tell how focused the team was on Thursday's practice. It was terrible weather, it was cold, it was rainy, and you said to one of your assistant coaches, we're going to tell how focused they are by how long it takes before one of them complains. And you said not one of them complained all practice. And now look, I practiced, especially late in the year when it's cold and rainy. Football practice stinks.
Yes.
And it's not like baseball practice. You go out shag fly balls, you take BP, it's all fun and games. Football practice stinks when it's nice out.
Yeah.
So to practice in that kind of weather against a team you should beat and not hear any complaints, that's a special group of kids you're coaching.
It really is. Like, our seniors this year have been tremendous. I'm talking leadership-wise. They've been unbelievable. And I really said to the coaches that day, I said, we're going to find out in a half hour what our team is made of, if we're ready, or if we're not. And again, they could have complained to themselves in the huddle during water breaks or whatever like that, but I didn't hear one kid say one word. It was like that freezing cold sideways rain.
I didn't want to walk to my car on Thursday.
Yeah.
These kids are out there practicing.
Right. And we cut the practice short. We were only out there for about an hour, but again, they didn't know we were cutting it short.
Right,
so,
right.
And they were fine.
Gil, so when you come in on Monday for that game, and obviously you've had a little layoff and a disappointment, and Coach Ireland and all the coaches are telling you all this stuff about stay focused, which every coach does.
Yeah.
But obviously he gets through to you guys. So do you as leaders then have to go to the rest of the players, or does everyone just get the message? And you obviously know you're playing a team that you're probably better than. Is it hard to stay focused early in that game, or do you know that I got to come out early and blow these guys out? We don't want to leave them in the game.
I think it helps with the success that we've had. I mean, Coach I, it's his first year. We have a big senior class that it's now finally our turn to lead the team. And so to start off the season with a win, and then another win, and then keep building out, the younger kids know that, okay, we've got something going here, so we don't want to mess it up for ourselves and for the seniors and coaches. So having that previous, all the wins and stuff helps build everyone's focus. Like, okay, we gotta go, can't stop.
Yeah.
And so him just telling us, it's almost like he's talking to everyone.
Yeah.
It's not just the seniors, okay, this is your season, it's this. It's for everyone, because we all have an opportunity that doesn't really come, especially in Norwalk, where we haven't really had the success that should be having in the past couple of years. So
Right.
to finally have that one shot, no one really wants to ruin it.
Right. Now, that I think, we talk about this senior class a lot. We've had a couple guys in studio. And, the senior class, you guys are great. But I really think that the way this senior class is going to leave its legacy is on how the teams the next couple years play. Now, you got to instill in these kids that are juniors and sophomores, and there's a bunch of them still getting a lot of time. And you got to say to them, like, this is how you got to be all the time, because you're not going to be there next year. You don't want to think about the team next year. Obviously, you got 2 games left, but your legacy is going to be, did this senior class really turn Norwalk's program around and turn them into a powerhouse by the way that they led and by the way that they played? Or is it just, they got away with their talent and then it goes, next year we go back to the same old Norwalk? Now, is you cognizant of something like that? Is that something that you're instilling into the underclassmen?
Yeah, we a lot of our kids have been playing since they were sophomores, my class. So a lot of these kids really haven't had a lot of playing time because they've had kids in front of them for a couple years. So when we have them in the sideline, when they're on scout, if they're on the sidelines, and not every senior plays, so even them talk on the sideline, we want to build them up because we don't want to be like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
We want to have, like hit the nail on the head the first time and keep hitting it as the years go. So we don't want to just be the good team that comes out, oh, look, Norwalk is good this year, then all of a sudden, oh, wait, never mind.
Right.
It's Norwalk.
Right.
Which is bad for the city, too. You don't want to have it just like everyone's like, yes, finally Norwalk, and then they go, and it's...
Yeah, you got the whole city behind you, you know what I mean? And McMahon's record might not be great, but McMahon, you could see them playing a lot of tough games. And there's a buzz around football in Norwalk that I swear hasn't been there for both teams in a long time.
We're not worried about McMahon. Anyway.
Let's go.
Gil,
You see how we keep tone off
Mike
camera.
and I have sat here for 6 or 7 weeks, and all we hear is Coach Ireland in the papers. My team is focused, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to it. What is Coach Ireland doing? He's never going to say it. He's going to give you all the credit like all good coaches do. What could he possibly be doing that is making you guys this good? Because he coaches us in softball.
We have all the talent in the world.
And I don't think I'm any better than I ever was. I'm probably worse.
Right.
So what is he doing? Give him some credit. He's never going to take the credit. What is he doing that's any different than years before? I mean, he's obviously coached you before, but now as a head coach, is it that noticeable?
Yeah, I think it's just the way he comes to the players. It's not like he's too hard, he's like too mellow. It's just his whole like personality, the way he treats the kids and wants kids to do well for him. Like no one really says, "Oh, like it's Coach I, like hate him." It's just you want to be able to do well for him. It's his first year especially, so of course you want to. But just even having him as a coordinator on offense in the past couple of years, you don't really want to let him down. So it's almost like him being him is just really how we just want to do well for him. And
he's relatable. You can relate to
him.
him.
Yeah, he's a young coach.
Yeah.
So, like he can crack some jokes. That we know we could talk to him about certain things that maybe if it was a much older coach we couldn't really have that connection.
Right.
And he's also a teacher in the school, so he has that extra force basically to say
He's
what
always
are you
around.
doing. Yeah,
Make
so
sure
you
you-
always
It's
see
the eye in the
him.
sky. You're
Yeah.
getting away from Coach Sean.
Because some of those guys, we know some of those guys, they need constant supervision.
Yeah,
Some of those guys.
there are some kids that
need
Yeah.
the extra supervision.
Now, Coach Ireland, Mike was on this show a couple weeks ago, and he basically demanded that you run the ball more.
Mm-hmm.
And all I see, Tomar seems to run the ball well, And did you hear any of that? Was that part of your game plan? Listening to Coach DePalma over here,
Coach DePalm over here.
or did you? Was the reason that we didn't run against New Canaan? And I said we because I like making Tony annoyed. But is
He's
the
an
reason why
honorary
you went
North
away. You went away from the run against New Canaan, and did you see something different there that makes you feel? Because obviously, while you guys are well balanced, clearly the strength of the team is you smack them in the mouth by running over most of these guys.
Yeah, the thing that happened against New Canaan after that first drive,
Yeah.
with a couple of play action passes, and that's our bread and butter: run
Yeah.
the ball, play action pass, run the ball, play
Mm-hmm.
action. That's not a secret. The thing that was happening was they really did stop our run there was like a 6-minute span in the second quarter where, we were like a deer in headlights. It looked like, we weren't doing our assignments, our basic assignments. And then we corralled them at halftime, and we got them back on the right path. And in the second half, it was 7-7. So I wouldn't say we abandoned the run so much. It was just that it was almost shell-shocked. We were just
Yeah,
shell-shocked
right.
for a minute. And then
The game dictated
Right,
that.
the
You
game
just-
dictated that we had to throw. And again, a couple missed assignments here or there. And then, again.
Yeah, I mean, they're a
that
good
was it.
team.
Yeah,
Right.
yep.
Now, Gil, I've come to just about every one of the games, and I said to my father-in-law the second week, I said, this is 41, he's a good player. I mean, are you looking ahead towards playing the next level? Is that something you want to do? Are you going to try to play in school next year? Or?
Yeah, I actually am going to Middlebury, the one in Vermont, this weekend. I'm going to visit. I've been talking to coaches from there for
Yep.
a couple weeks now, and I think I've been playing football a long time, and it's a big part of my life. You spend hours and hours every year just playing, and even with your friends, and so to continue that to college, I think is going to help just ease the way in. If
Yeah.
you meet the team before school even starts. So
Absolutely.
we have friends there. You go, and it's just a big part of my life, and I just want to continue that.
So Middlebury is a good school. That means you got pretty good grades.
Yeah,
I knew where you're going with this. I'm going the same place.
So what are you too good to play at Johns Hopkins? We're a couple of Johns Hopkins.
15th in the country.
Johns Hopkins
15th
is
in the country.
Division three, 15th in the country. We could put a couple
We
phone
don't
calls in.
lose.
I know the coach very well. You need me to put a phone call in for you, I'll do it for you, Gil.
I mean, I haven't heard anything from him, so if you put that phone call in, maybe, but can't make any promises.
All right, my man. Now, this is our fourth player we've had in the studio.
Yeah.
All of them have been great guys. Coach has
All very different. Very different.
it's an eclectic group. But everyone that walks in the door, I kind of size them up. Like, this guy tries to get cute. Can I take him down? I don't think I could take Gil down. I think I'll take the other guys down. I mean, Tomar's a little crazy. Maybe I wouldn't take him, but
Here's the
Gil's a
thing.
big dude.
Here's
I don't
the-
think I could take him down. That's why I'm glad Tony's in between us.
Here's the thing. Here's a scouting report.
Give me the scouting
Derek
report.
Edwards plays exactly the way he walks around. He's light on his feet.
Guy
He's
is-
graceful. He's smooth.
Right.
I don't know.
Jamie
that,
Foxx would
I
cut
don't
him
know
in a
that you
movie.
could catch him, but I don't know that he would run to contact.
No.
Necessarily.
He'll
And
fight like
nothing wrong with
Mayweather.
that.
He's, he
Listen,
doesn't want to get hit.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Now, Dave Klein, that guy is the opposite of Derek Edwards. All he wants to do is run to contact.
He's like Dan Uggla. He'll come at you.
He's the type of guy he's gonna hit his head purposely on a wall.
That's the one you don't want to mess with.
Yeah.
No offense, Gil, but
Now Tomar,
Dave, let's get in. I want to arm wrestle Dave Klein on air.
Tomar, I feel like he's just a lover, but I feel like you don't want to get on his bad side.
Yeah, he's got that laugh all the way to the bank.
But Gil's the guy that you just
He's
I
probably
don't-
never fought because nobody wants to fight him. Look at the size of him.
You don't come near this guy.
That's what I'm
you
saying,
Don't come near.
dude.
You don't come near. Gil, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, good to have you.
13-3, Norwalk over McMahon. Put it in the books.
That's it, man.
Tell your parents, they can come to the game, but it's already written how it's going to end. Coach Island, always a pleasure. Get
All
back in the film room immediately.
Immediately, right from here.
We'll be back. We're the Tri-State Sports guys.